Welcome back to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. And I will go ahead and tell you, no, we're not being invaded by zombies. I'm just putting this little Halloween prop. Thought it was appropriate for this little video. And the reason this video we're doing today is because I was tagged by a friend of mine over at Reality Survival. Somebody had tagged him, and then in return he tagged me and a couple other folks. The person that tagged him had a series of questions that he wanted answered about JJ over at Reality Survival and his channel. And let me first say, I want to say thank you to JJ. If you've not been over to his channel, go check him out. It's Reality, R-E-A-L-I-T-Y Survival. Really good guy, very knowledgeable. He's been kind of one of my mentors ever since I started my channel back some time ago. He's always given me advice and things like that, and I ask, his opinion on things, stuff like that. Really good guy, very knowledgeable. Former SEER instructor with the Air Force, so he's very, very knowledgeable. So go check his channel out. So anyway, let's get to the being tagged portion and what questions that came up. The first question was, why do you do YouTube? And that's kind of why I got the zombie thing up here. Everybody's familiar with the zombie apocalypse and, all that stuff and prepping and survival and what have you. And when I started my channel, I wanted to share knowledge. So I feel like there were some good channels out there, and a lot of knowledge that I gained came from channels or, just life experiences over the years. So, I talk about that quite often in my videos, just kind of my life. My life in general has caused me to know some of the things that I know and things like that, just experiences. And I wanted to share that with people because I feel like everybody should be prepared in life. And being able to be self-sufficient and not depend on, the government. We see these things all the time, and I see it on TV and places like that where people, are involved in a hurricane or a flood or, ice storm or whatever, and they're stranded and they can't get out and they can't do this and all this other stuff, and they depend on government to come rescue them and things like that, and it just drives me nuts. And it's like, golly, guys, it would make it so much easier. I understand if you're elderly and you can't do things like that, but able-bodied Americans should be able to sustain themselves one way or another. And we've lost that. And so if I can share knowledge with people and help people, that's why I do my channel. That's the only reason. So, where did your YouTube name come from was the next question. And that, Guns and Gear Network. Well, I wanted to do a video a little bit about guns, a little bit about gear, and I just wanted to put it all together and share a lot of different things about guns, gear, the outdoor, prepping, survival, and just kind of throw it all into one. So I just came up with a title that I thought would get people's attention. A name that kind of fit a lot of different genres, if you will. So if I do a gun review, that makes sense. If I did, a gear review, that makes sense. If I do a prepping thing or survival, information or product, it all kind of fits in, or outdoor type product. So it all kind of fits in. The next question was, how long have you been on YouTube? And I just actually had a birthday on YouTube, and it's officially been about 2 years now. So things have kind of started growing really rapidly in the last really 6 months to a year, and that was one of the things JJ always talked about was YouTube channels not born overnight, and it just takes good content, being consistent, making sure that you're doing videos on a regular basis so people don't they lose interest in your channel, move on to somebody else's, things like that. And so that's why I continue to do what I do. And like I said, it's been great, and hope the channel continues to grow. Let's see. What do you use to record? What camera do you use to record? Okay, guys, I've got some crappy equipment. That's one thing I'm very short on. One of my downfalls of YouTube, and I, it's very rudimentary. It's very simplistic. My brother gave me this little, I don't know, Kodiak Sport Play thing back years ago, and it just sat in my drawer forever, and except for, filming stuff around the house, vacations, things like that, I hardly ever used it. And I thought, well, I've got that, I'll use it. That is where I'm going to hopefully step up my game in the near future, is a little better equipment, because it's a basic setup, guys. I got a little tripod and this little camera, and that's about it. That brings me to the next portion, is about editing. And if you watch my videos, there's really no editing. I may record something 3 and 4 times because I don't edit. So I tried doing it all in one take. It's difficult at times, but I usually can pull it off pretty decent. Except the other night, I was almost finished with a video, and my wife cut on our central vacuum cleaner, which is next to where I film, and the thing come on, and nobody could hear anything, and I had to cut it all off and start over again. I was like, turn the thing off. So no, this is where I'm hoping to grow and learn a little more this coming year, and get a little better at better equipment and better editing, and have an intro and an exit, things like that I don't have. And that brings me up to the other one. Do you make your own thumbnails? Yes and no. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're snagged images off of something I'm already getting ready to review, things like that. And that goes back to the intro and outro. I don't have one, so I kind of have the same thing. Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, and then at the end of it, I do my thing. And a lot of people have a pretty nice intro and outro up to their videos. So I don't have one. I'm hoping that maybe somebody that can put one together for me would volunteer that. That would be awesome, because I have no clue, and I'm, again, trying to learn some of that stuff, guys, and that's one of my downfalls in this little deal of Guns and Gear Network. I'm hoping to get better at that, so we'll see. Let's see. Do you think you'll ever quit YouTube? That's the final question. My short answer is no, because I like sharing information. It's just something I've always had a passion about. It doesn't really matter what it is. I like helping people. It's just in my nature. So I feel like my channel is a way to do that, and people can selectively listen to me. If you don't want to listen to my advice, or something I'm talking about, you can tune me out. You can listen to somebody else, or not listen at all. If you have an interest in what I'm talking about and think it's helpful, and I love the comments, guys. When I just had some guys the other day post up, hey, great review, appreciate it. I learned this, or I bought this because of you. Those comments really help me understand that you like what I'm doing. So if you did buy something, or you found something helpful, just tell us about it. That's always nice and appreciative, and it helps us keep motivated to keep making the videos for you guys. And that's kind of fun in general, just when people appreciate your work. And obviously my subscriber base keeps growing, so I assume, and I'm not losing a lot of subscribers, so I hope that people are enjoying my videos and learning from it. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Same thing as always. If you like our videos, give us the thumbs up. That's always appreciative. If you would share content, that's always appreciative too. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And we bring another video shortly. Have a great day, guys.